Hello friends, I'm not Jim Nance. I'm still not Jim Nance. I still don't have hair plugs and I still haven't had a midlife crisis that I will admit to. This is Kurt Berglund with Classic Replay Baseball. We are doing a replay of the 1981 American League Western Division playoff series between the Royals and the Athletics. This is their playoff system after the 1981 split season. The Athletics were the winners of the first half in the American League West, and the Royals won the second half. The composite records for the Royals, 50 and 53 on the 1981 season, and for the 81 Athletics, 64 and 45. We are in Kansas City. Game 1 happened just yesterday, and I encourage you to check out that game if you have not. We are here for Game 2, and it'll be the last game in Kansas City for this series. We're going to go to Oakland for the remainder of the series after this game. Game 3 you will see tomorrow. We're going to do these in consecutive days for you. So, the pitchers in today's game will be Mike Jones, a left-hander for the Kansas City Royals, just as he was in Game 2 of the Division Series in 1981, opposed by Steve McCatty for the Athletics. We are using as-played lineups, and we are using as close to the actual rosters as we can get, although the Oakland closer in the playoffs and really for the second half of the 81 season after the strike was Dave Beard. He is not carded in this set, so we're making do. We're making lemons out of lemonade or something like that. Mike Jones was 6-3 with a 3.20 ERA in 1981. Steve McCatty was 14-7 with a 2.32 ERA in 1981. McCatty's a right-hander. Jones is a left-hander. Let's go to the starting lineups. The lineups for our final game in Kansas City, leading off for the Athletics, Ricky Anderson in left field. Dwayne Murphy bats second in center field. Cliff Johnson bats third. He's the DH today. Tony Armas bats fourth. He's in right field. Mickey Klutz bats fifth. He's at third base. Kelvin Moore bats sixth. He's at first base. Dave McKay bats seventh. He's at second base. Jeff Newman bats eighth. He's behind the plate. And Rob Piccolo will bat ninth and play shortstop. For the homestanding Kansas City Royals, Willie Wilson leads off in left field. Frank White bats second at second base. George Brett bats third at third base. Willie Aikens bats fourth, and he plays first. Amos Otis bats fifth. He's in center. Hal McRae bats sixth. He's in DH. Clint Hurdle bats seventh. He's in right. John Wathan bats eighth. He's the catcher. And UL Washington will bat ninth. He is the shortstop. All right, so we will open up our book and get ready to play Classic Replay Baseball. And here we go with Ricky Henderson leading off against Mike Jones. 4-6 is a 16 for Henderson. The Royals defense is playing back. Washington is a 2. That makes 18. And Washington will glove it and fire to Aikens for out number 1. Now it's Dwayne Murphy. The A's won this game in real life 2-1. Pitch is a 3 on Jones's card and a 7 on Murphy's card. That makes 10 for column 6. And that's a base hit that drops in front of Hurdle in right field, and Murphy continues his hot hitting. He is aboard with a single. Now it's Cliff Johnson against Jones. It's a 3 on Jones's card. It's a 1 on Johnson's card. Hey, struck him out, and there's 2 gone in the Oakland first. Now it's Armas. It's a 3 on Jones's card. It's a 5 on Armas's card. That makes 8 in column 1, and that is popped up. UL Washington is going to take it for out number 3, and Jones has a clean first inning. 1 hit, no runs. So it's McCatty to face Wilson, White, and Brett in the Royals first. That's a 3 from McCatty's card. It's a 5 from Wilson. That's 8 on column 2. He popped it up. Dave McKay in foul territory will put it away for out number 1. Now it's Frank White. It's a 3 on McCatty. It's a 40 on White. So that's a 43 in column 2. It's a comebacker. Gloved by Steve, and he flips to Kelvin Moore at first base for out number 2. And now it's Brett. 4-3 is an 8 for Brett. He grounds that to Mickey Klutz. Klutz is a 4. That's an 8, so that makes 12. And that means that it's an error on Klutz. And so Brett will be safe at first. And there's a man aboard with 2 outs for Willie Aikens. Pitch from McCatty to Aikens is a 1 on McCatty's card. It's a 3 on Aikens. That makes 4 in column 3. And that's hit to left field. Here comes Ricky Anderson, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So they get a base runner on the error, but do not score him. After 1, we are scoreless in Kansas City. Now it's Jones facing Klutz, Moore, and McKay in the Oakland second. See if I can move these over a little bit, make it easier to see. All right, pitch to Klutz from Jones. That's a 3 from Jones's card. It's a 36. That makes 39 in column 6. And that is a strikeout. Number 2 from Mike Jones. 1 gone in the second. Kelvin Moore. It's a 4 from Jones. It's a 3 from Moore. That's a 7 in column 2 for Moore. He pops that up. John Wathan throws the mask aside and makes the catch for out number 2, and now it's Dave McKay, the Oakland second baseman. 5 is a 3, 6 is a 3. In column 5, that makes 6, and that's a walk. So McKay is a 2-out base runner for Oakland. I'll bring up Jeff Newman, the catcher today for Oakland. Heath had the start yesterday, the pitch. It's a 3 for Jones. It's a 32. That makes 35 in column 3. Hey, 5. He struck him out. And that'll retire the side. 3 strikeouts now for Jones. After 1.5, we are scoreless against McCatty in the bottom of the second. It'll be Otis, then McRae, then Hurdle for the Royals. That's a 3 coming from McCatty's card. It's an 11 coming from Otis's card. That makes 14 in column 2. And that's a line base hit that drops in front of Henderson in left field. Otis is aboard with a single. And McRae will come up. Royals have a leadoff runner. 4-3 is a 7 on McRae's card. They are halfway. It's grounded to Klutz. He's a 4. That makes 11. That makes Klutz go to McKay for 1. The relay to Moore is not in time. McRae beats the wrap. Otis is retired on a 5-4 fielder's choice. And with 1 out now, it's Hurdle. Pitch from McCatty is a 2, and a 5 on Clint's card makes 7. In column 1, he popped it up. Dave McKay will take it, and that's out number 2. Now it's Wathan. John Wathen at the plate. The pitch is a 4, and that's a 6. And they're playing back, so that's McKay, and he's going to make that play for out number 3 to Kelvin Moore. So we've played 2. The Royals get a hit in the second, but they don't score him. And they leave 1. After 2, it's no score in Kansas City. Now it'll be the 9-1-2 batters for Oakland against Jones in the third. It is Peacholo, then Henderson, then Murphy. Pitch to Peach. It's a 2 on Jones's card. It's a 14 on Peacholo's. That's a 16 in column 3 for Rob. And that's going to be, that's going to be trouble. That's going to be serious trouble. It's going to split Otis and Hurdle and go all the way to the wall. Peacholo will get a triple, a 3-bagger to lead off the third, and Oakland has the lead run 90 feet away. Now it's Henderson. The Royals are going to play in at the corners and back up the middle. Pitch to Ricky Henderson is a 4-2. That's a 1. It's hit to second, up the middle, so that will be to Frank White. White will make the play to Akins for out number 1, and Peacholo will score from third. It's 1-0 Oakland. So Henderson picks up an RBI, and now it's Murphy with 1 out and nobody on. 1-0 Oakland. Pitch from Jones is a 4, and a 1 on Murphy. Hey, struck him out. That's strikeout number 4 for Jones. And that'll be Cliff Johnson, the DH for Oakland. It's a 4 for Jones. It's a 16 for Johnson. Making 20 in column 2. It's to Otis in center field. He's under it and puts it away for out number 3. So the leadoff triple scores for Oakland. 1 run on 1 hit. They don't leave any. And after 2.5, it's 1-0 Oakland. Now it's UL Washington. It's a 3 from McCatty's card. It's a 45 on UL's card. That makes 48. That's a ground ball to Kelvin Moore. It's going to take it unassisted for out number 1. And that'll be Willie Wilson. Willie's 0 for 1 in this game. Bottom of the third, 1 out. It's 1-0 Oakland. The 2 for McCatty. 45 for Wilson makes 47. And it's another chance for Kelvin Moore. He's going to do it. And there's 2 outs. Now it's White. 2 outs, bottom of the third. It's a 4-5. That goes to Rob Peacholo. And he will make the play to Kelvin Moore for the out. It's a 1-2-3 inning. McCatty's first. We've played 3, and it's 1-0 Oakland. In Game 2 of the 1981 American League West Division Series, Armas up, Klutz next, then Kelvin Moore. The pitch to Tony Armas. It's a 3 from Jones's card. It's a 1 from Armas's card. That makes 4, and that's a ground ball to Frank White. He flips to Akins for the first out of the 4th inning. Now it's Klutz. Pitch from Jones to Klutz. 3 on Jones's card, 16 on Mickey's card. That's a 19. And that is going to roll into the hole. So Washington from the hole, his error rating is a 3. And he throws it away. So it is a single and an error, an E6. It's an infield single and an E6 on Washington that allows Klutz to get to second. And all of a sudden, Oakland's got a runner in scoring position with 1 out now for Moore. Jones got to bear down. Moore is 0 for 1. The pitch is a 3 on Jones's card. It's a 1 on Moore's card. That makes a 4 in column 5. It's a ground ball. Frank White, he throws to Aiken, and that is out number 2. As Klutz advances to third, and now it's McKay with an insurance run 90 feet away, but 2 outs. Newman is on deck. McKay walked back in the second inning. The pitch from Jones is a 2, and that's a 5 on McKay's card. That's a 3 on McKay's card. That makes a 5 in column 3, and it's hit to right. Here comes Hurdle, and he's going to make the grab for out number 3. So we played 3.5, and it's 1-0 Oakland in game 2 of this series. Now it'll be Brett, Aikens, and Otis, lefty, lefty, righty, against McCatty in inning number 4 for the Royals. It's a 3 for McCatty. It's a 2, 1-1, so that's a 24 in column 6 for Brett. It's hit to right, and that's going to be a base hit. Brett's going to try for second. Armas gloves it and fires in, and he's safe. Brett with a leadoff double off of McCatty. Now it's Aikens coming up. Royals have the tying run in scoring position. There's nobody out. Aikens is 0 for 1 in the game. McCatty, the stretch, checks Brett, and the pitch. It's a 1 on McCatty's card. It's a 4 on Aikens. That's a 5 in column 3. It's hit to right. Here comes Armas, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1. Brett will hold at second, and now it'll be Otis. McCatty the stretch, and the pitch to Amos. The 3 on his card. It's a 16. That makes 19 in column 6. To right and deep. Hurdle back to the track. Makes the catch. Armas back, makes the catch. Brett tags, advances to third, and there's 2 outs now. And McRae is up. 0 for 1 in the game. Brett is at third. There's 2 outs. Brett is the tying run. The pitch to Hal is a 3 on McCatty's card. A 6. That's a 2 on McRae's card. That's a 5 in column 5, and it's grounded to Piccolo. Piccolo throws to Kelvin Moore, and that'll retire the side. So the Royals threaten with a leadoff double from Brett, but do not score him. And it's 1-0 Athletics after 4 innings of play. For the Athletics in the 5th, it'll be Newman, Piccolo, and then the top with Ricky Henderson to face Mike Jones. Jones has only allowed 3 hits. McCatty's only allowed 2. Pitch to Newman is a 4-4. Grounded to UL Washington, who throws to Aikens for out number 1 in the 5th. Now it's Piccolo. Rob is 1 for 1 with a triple, and he scored the game's only run. The pitch is grounded to Aikens. He's going to take it unassisted for out number 2, and now Jones gets to face Ricky Henderson, who's 0 for 2 in the game. Pitch to Ricky is a 2. And a 2. That makes 4 in column 3 for Ricky. To left, here comes Willie Wilson, and he's going to put it away for out number 3. We are halfway through this one. We're going to the bottom of the 5th, and it's 1-0 Athletics in game 2. We got a good one going. Good game, good series. Hurdle, Wathan, and Washington, 6, 7, 8, 9 batters in the bottom of the 5th for KC. Pitch to Clint is grounded to Rob Piccolo. He's going to glove it and throw to Moore for out number 1. Now it's Moore. McCatty is tough as nails. The pitch, the 2 for McCatty. It's a 5 for Wathan. That makes 7 in column 1. And it pops it up. Dave McKay will take it. Just inside the infield stripe. And with 2 outs, it's UL Washington. Nobody aboard. The pitch to UL is grounded to Kelvin Moore. But it's a 25 on Washington's card. And Moore is a 3. That makes 28. UL lays down a bunt. Moore gloves it. He's far away from the bag, though. UL going to slide into first. He's going to be safe. Moore misses him with the tag, and UL's aboard with a 2-out single. And now it's Willie Wilson. McCatty, the stretch, and the pitch to Willie Wilson is a 3 from his card. It's a 44. That makes 47 in column 2 for Wilson. Ground ball Moore. He knocks it down. He picks it up. He flips to McCatty, covering, and that will retire the Royals in the 5th. Played 5 complete. It's 1-0 Oakland. And for Oakland in the 6th, it'll be Murphy, Johnson, and then Armas. 2, 3, 4 batters. Murphy's 1 for 2. Pitch is a 4 from Jones's card. It's a 1 from Murphy's card, and that makes strike 3 swinging. 5 strikeouts now for Jones. Mike has retired 6 batters in a row. Now it's Johnson. 0 for 2 for Cliff. The pitch. That's grounded to UL Washington. He gloves it and throws to Akins for 2 outs. And now it's Armas. With 2 outs and nobody aboard, the A's cleanup hitter is 0 for 2. The pitch. That's a 3 from Jones's card. It's a 36. That makes 39 on Armas's card. And hey, struck him out for out number 6. That's 7 in a row retired. 8 in a row retired now for Jones. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0 Oakland. This one's going to go right down to the wire. White, Brett, and Akins coming up. Righty, lefty for the Royals. The bottom of the 6th, Frank is 0 for 2. The pitch. The 3 from McCatty's card. It's a 51. That's going to make 54 in column 6, and it's the line drive to right field, base hit. Armas's defense is a 4. He holds White to a single. Brett is up now. Brett is 1 for 2 with a double. Back in the 4th, he doubled but with nobody out and was stranded. McCatty, the stretch, checks White. The pitch home is a 4-4 to Brett. Infield is halfway, of course, and that is grounded to Piccolo. Piccolo is a 3. That makes 7. Piccolo goes to McKay for 1. The relay to Moore is not in time. Brett beats the rapid first. So he's on now with 1 out. And it's Akins at the plate. 0 for 2 for Willie. McCatty, that's a 3 from his card. It's a 7 from Akins. That makes 10 in column 5 for Akins. And he walked him. So McCatty picks a bad time to give up his first walk of the game. There's 2 on now with 1 out for Otis. Amos is 1 for 2. Pitch to him is a 2 from McCatty's card. It's a 1 from Otis's card. He struck him out, and that's McCatty's first strikeout. So he walks a man for his first, and then he strikes out a man for his first. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and it's McRae now, 0 for 2. Excuse me. Pitch, 3 from McCatty's card, 42 from McRae's card, so that's going to make 45 in column 2. Comebacker, gloved by Steve McCatty. Takes a few steps toward Moore and underhands it, and that will retire the Royals in the 6th. We go to the 7th, still 1-0 Athletics. Klutz, Moore, and McKay gonna face Jones. Klutz is 1 for 2. Pitch is a 3, and that's a 36, and that's a 39. Column 6. Hey, struck him out, and that's 7 for Jones. 1 out now in the 7th, and 9 in a row retired for the Kansas City left-hander. Moore from Jones, that's a 3 and a 2. That makes 4 in column 5 for Kelvin Moore, and that's grounded to Frank White. He throws to Akins for out number 2, and now it's Dave McKay, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. 10 in a row retired by Jones. The pitch, it's a 3, and that's a 4, and that's a 19 in column 6. That's hit to right, Hurdle on his horse, and he's going to get there for out number 3. We're ready to stretch him out in Kansas City. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th coming, it's 1-0 Oakland. McCatty will face Hurdle, Wathen, and Washington in the bottom of the 7th for the Royals as they try and tie it or do better. Hurdle. It's a 3 from McCatty's card. It's a 51 from Hurdle's card. That makes 54. That's a line drive base hit to right field. One more chance for Armas. Tony is a 4. Hurdle takes a big turnaround first and slams on the brakes. He is there with a single. Now it's Wathen. And I think Jim Fry would bunt here, so I'm going to do it. It's Wathen's 0 for 2. McCatty the stretch. And the pitch to John is a 15. It is bunted at Kelvin Moore. Moore is a 3. That makes 18. And he pops it up. He pops it up, and Moore gloves it for out number 1. So Hurdle is still at first. Now it's UL Washington. UL is 1 for 2. McCatty the stretch, checks Hurdle at first. The pitch home is a 3 from McCatty's card. It's a 58 from UL Washington's card. That'll be a 61 in column 6. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be trouble. It's going to get down the line. Armas has to go get it. It rattles around in the corner. Armas hits McKay. McKay turns and fires home. Hurdle stops at third. So it's second and third with 1 out for Kansas City and Willie Wilson at the plate. So a couple of things happen now. Billy Martin's going to get his bullpen going, and it's going to be Underwood and Jones. Wilson at the plate, 1 out. So they're going to play in Wilson's 1 for 3. McCatty the stretch. And the pitch to Willie is a 3 from McCatty's card. It's a 7 from Wilson's card. That makes a 10. In column 5, he walked him. So the bases are loaded for White with Brett on deck and only 1 out. Well, could play in here, but if they turn a double play on White, they have a chance to get out of it without facing Brett. So they're going to play halfway everywhere instead. Halfway all around the infield. McCatty, White is 1 for 3. McCatty has allowed 2, 4, 6 hits so far. The bases are loaded. There's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. That's a 3. That's a 16. That's a 19 in column 6. Fly ball. Armas has to retreat, and he will make the catch. Hurdle tags and will score with the tying run. And Washington tags at second and will advance to third. So now there's Royals at the corners. It's a tie game at 1. And here comes George Brett. That's going to do it for McCatty. 6 2/3 innings for Steve. 6 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 run. It's earned, but 2 more runners are his responsibility on the base paths. There's 2 outs. Underwood is on, the left-hander, to face Brett. Akins, another left-handed batter, is in the on-deck circle. First and third, 2 outs. The pitch to George Brett. It's a 2 on Underwood's card. It's a 31 on Brett, so that makes 33 in column 3. Line shot, right field. Here comes Armas right at him. And that will retire the side. So the Royals get a run in the 7th on 2 hits. They leave 2 and have tied the game. It's 1-1 after 7. We got a good one in KC. Now it's Mike Jones, who will be on his B-grade pitching chart column now, pitching row. I can say it, don't worry. Brett and Martin, Ken Brett and Rennie Martin are throwing lefty-righty in the Royals bullpen. Newman, Piccolo, and Henderson are due righty against the lefty Jones in the Oakland 8th. It's 1-1, top of the 8th, in Kansas City. The pitch to Newman is a ground ball to UL Washington. Washington is a 2. That's an 18. That makes 20. And he gets him by a step at first with a strong throw to Akins. 1 gone in the 8th. Now it's Piccolo. Piccolo 1 for 2 with a triple. Pitch to him. 3 from Jones's card. 42 from Piccolo's card. That makes 45 in column 3. Line drive. Base hit. Base hit to left for Piccolo. And that's going to do it for Mike Jones. Here comes Jim Fry, and he wants the ball. So Jones goes 7 1/3 innings. He allows 4 hits. Walked 1 batter. Struck out 7. Allowed a run. It was earned. No home runs. It's going to be Rennie Martin coming on now to face Ricky Henderson with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Martin is a right-hander. Henderson is 0 for 3, but he has the Athletics RBI for the day. Piccolo at first base, 1 man out. The pitch from Martin. It's a 4 from Martin's card. It's an 11 from Henderson's card. That makes 15 in column 2. Base hit center field. Drops in front of Otis. He fires to third. Piccolo stops at second. And the Athletics have 2 on with 1 out. Now it's Dwayne Murphy with Johnson and then Armas. So he's going to leave him in, but he's also going to start Quisenberry in the bullpen. Pitch to Murphy. 2-2. That's a 4 plus an 11. That makes 15 in column 2. Base hit center field. But Otis charged hard and fired the ball in good shape. Piccolo's got to stop at third. And there's stuff falling left. Another assassination attempt that I survived. Bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the 8th. And now it's Cliff Johnson. Well, you can't bring in the left-hander, and Quisenberry's not ready yet, so it's Johnson. 0 for 3 today, facing Martin. I could go to the lefty, drum right, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with Cliff Johnson. Bases loaded. Infield for the Royals is going to play in at the corners halfway up the middle. It's a 3 for Martin. It's a 45 for Johnson. That makes a 48 in column 1. It's a line drive right back to the pitcher, gloved by Martin. If I roll a 6, Martin turns and fires to Akins, and he gets back. So it's a line out right at the pitcher. So there's 2 outs now, and it's up to Armas. Lead run, 90 feet away. Bases loaded for Oakland. Klutz is on deck. They could go to Quisenberry here. Well, they're going to wait. All right, Armas. Pitch from Martin to 4 on Martin's card. It's a 6. It's a 4 from Armas. That makes 8 in column 2. Popped it up. In foul territory, Frank White is under it, and he will take it for out number 3. And the Royals dodge a bases loaded with 1 out bullet in the 8th. Wow. All right, Underwood is out for the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 1, bottom of the 8th. Now the Royals get their shot. Akins, Otis, and McCray. Lefty-lefty matchup is not a good one for Willie Akins. So it's going to be Lee May pinch hitting for Akins against Underwood. And he will go in to play first base. Now, May, of course, in 1981 was 4,000 years old. No, he was 38. Underwood's pitch from him to May is a 2 and a 4. That's a 6 in column 3. To center field, Dwayne Murphy comes on in and makes the catch for out number 1. Now it's Otis. 4-3 is a 4. Column 4 grounded to Klutz. That's an 8. He makes the glove hand pickup and plants and fires to Moore, and there's 2 outs in the 8th. Now it's McCray against Underwood. It's a 4 for Underwood. It's a 16 for McCray. That makes 20 in column 6, and that's going to be hit deep to center. Murphy on his horse. Murphy on his horse. Murphy will get there and retire the Royals in the 8th. So we go to the 9th, still tied at 1. Rennie Martin will start the inning against Mickey Klutz. And so we're going to get a pinch hitter for Klutz. It's going to be Wayne Gross. To lead off the 9th. Kelvin Moore is on deck. Rennie Martin winds and delivers. This one is grounded to UL Washington, and he throws to Lee May, the new Royals first baseman, and there's one out in the ninth. Now it's Kelvin Moore, and he's going to be hit for by Jim Spencer. Here's Spencer. One out. Pitch from Martin. 4-3. That one is grounded to Brett, and George plants and fires to May, and there's two outs in the ninth. Now it's McKay, 0 for 2 with a walk. 3 on Martin's card, a 1 on McKay's card. Hey, struck him out, and look at the job Rennie Martin did. We go to the bottom of the ninth, and we are tied at 1. New first baseman is Spencer. New third baseman is Gross for Oakland. Underwood is out. Jones is ready in the Oakland bullpen. Hurdle is being called back for a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Darryl Motley. So Motley will bat for Hurdle against the left-hander here in the ninth. Pitch from Underwood, that's a 1. That's a 10 from Motley, and that's going to be a base hit for Darryl Motley. He is aboard with a single to left field. Henderson collects it and fires it back in, and that's going to bring up Wathan. Underwood the stretch and the pitch. Wathan is bunting. The corners are in. The infield, it's a 1. And a 1. So it's bounced to Spencer. He gloves it. Fires to Piccolo, covering second, and they get the leading lady, Motley, on a 3-6 fielder's choice. Now it'll be UL Washington, who's got 2 hits in the game. Wathan at first, 1 out. Cesar Geronimo is going to run for Wathan. At first base, now it's UL. Underwood the stretch and the pitch, and there goes Geronimo on the hit and run. It's a 2 on Underwood's card. It's a 3 on Washington. It's a 1 on Washington's card, so that's a total of 3. It's grounded at Spencer. He's going to glove it and take it unassisted as Geronimo moves up to second base. That's going to bring up Willie Wilson with the winning run 180 feet away in the person of Cesar Geronimo. We are in the bottom of the ninth. There are 2 outs. Willie Wilson up 0 for 3 with a walk on his day. Could walk him and go to White, but they're going to go after Wilson. The pitch from Underwood to Wilson is a 1 on Underwood's card. It's a 5 on Wilson's card, and hey, struck him out. We're going to have an extra inning game today. We're going to the 10th. 1-1 in game 2. All right, some defensive adjustments. Geronimo will go play right field in the top of the 10th. Grody will come in and catch. He will bat in Hurdle's spot where Motley was. And so Motley is done. Rennie Martin is back out for the 10th. No, he's not. They're going to go to Quisenberry. Martin went 1 2/3. Bottom of the order coming for Oakland. Quisenberry is on. And he'll face Newman, Piccolo, and then the top with Henderson. Now it's time for Billy Martin to take a look at his bench. Newman is 0 for 3. So I'm going to have Drumright pinch hit for him. Piccolo is on deck but may not stay there. The pitch to Drumright is a ground ball to White. And he throws to Lee May for out number 1. So the Drumright maneuver does not work. Piccolo up. And I'll stick with Piccolo. Pitch from Quisenberry is a 4-2. That's grounded to White. And he throws to May. And there's 2 outs. And now it's Ricky Henderson. $16 on Henderson's card. It's grounded to White. He's a 1. That's a 17. And White's going to tie a record held by many. And that retires the Athletics in the 10th. So, Drumright is done. Mike Heath will come in and do the catching for Oakland and bat 8th. And the bombing will begin in 5 minutes. I don't know if you can hear the air raid sirens, but that's what's going off. All right, so Royals' turn for Glory, and Underwood is done. Underwood went 2 1/3. And it's going to be up to Jeff Jones. Now, you may be saying, who? But he was the A's closer for a while. In the 80 and 81 season, he was 4-1 with a 3.39 ERA, 61 innings, 40 walks, and 43 strikeouts. So, kind of wild. He's got White, Brett, and May coming up, 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Royals. And he winds and delivers. That's a 5 in Jones's column. It's a 4 from White. That makes a 6 in column 5, and he walked him. Now it's George Brett. And I don't think George Brett has bunted since the T-ball days, so that's not going to happen. But no, they're not going to send White either. They're going to just let George do it. Jones the stretch and the pitch. And this is a 4 on Brett's card. They're playing halfway. It's to second base. That's McKay. McKay is a 2. That makes 6. McKay to Piccolo for 1. The relay to Jim Spencer is a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play grounded into by George Brett in the bottom of the 10th. So with 2 outs and nobody on now, it's Lee May. And even though he's 4 million years old, he's going to bat. And this is grounded to McKay one more time, and that will retire the side in the 10th. So we're going 11. It's 1-1. Quisenberry back out. Travel day tomorrow, so everybody can rest. Murphy 2 for 4, then Johnson, then Armas. 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Athletics in the 11th. Pitch from Quiz is a 2 from his card. It's a 3 from Murphy's card. That makes 5 in column 3. To right, here comes Geronimo, and he will make the catch for out number 1. Now it's Johnson. Quiz winds and delivers. It's a 10. Grounded to UL Washington. He's a 2. That makes 12. He boots it. Johnson's aboard with a single, or with an A6. And we're going to see a runner for him. It's going to be Rick Bosetti. Will run for the DH Johnson at first base in the 11th. Now it's Armas coming up against Quisenberry. Quisenberry looking for the double play grounder. The pitch is a 2. That's a 4. For Quisenberry, it's a 6. And hey, struck him out. First strikeout for Quiz. Now it's Gross. 0 for 1. He pinch hit for Klutz in the 9th and grounded out to short. Bosetti still at first. Ken Brett is throwing in the Royals bullpen. It's a 2. That's a 4 on Quisenberry. It's a 16 for Gross. That's a 20 in column 2. Center field, here comes Otis. He's got it. That retires the Athletics in the 11th. Bottom of the 11th coming. Otis, McRae, and Grody coming up for Kansas City. 1-1 tie in game 2. Amos again there against Jones. And Ochinko is warming up along with Brian Kingman in the Athletics bullpen. Pitch to Amos. 2 is a 2 on Jones's card. It's a 16. That makes 18. Left field. Here comes Henderson, and 1 down. Now it's McRae. Bottom of the 11th. 1 man out. Tied at 1. Pitch to Hal. 5 is a 5. That's a 3. That's a 9 in column 5 for McRae. He walked him. He walked him, so that's going to bring up Grody. So, Grody's going to bat. .304. Yikes. That's going to be it for Jones. That's it for Jones, so it's going to be Kingman, the righty, to face Grody. Ochinko is still throwing. Jones goes an inning and a third. On deck, Geronimo. Kingman the stretch, and the pitch to Grote is a 1. That's a 2. That's a 10. That's going to be a base hit for Grote. Left field drops in front of Henderson. McCray stops at second, and so there's 2 on now with 1 out in the bottom of the 11th. Winning run 180 feet away for Kansas City, and it's Geronimo coming to the plate. Cesar in 81 was 246. If they go to Ochinko, the left-hander, then the Royals' only choice is to leave Geronimo bat or come up with Dave Chalk, who hit 224 on the season. So they're going to Ochinko. Bobby Ochinko was a 3.23 ERA in 39 innings and a left-hander. So Kingman's done. Ochinko comes on to face Geronimo. So Jim Fry has to choose whether he wants Chalk to face Ochinko or Geronimo, and he's going to go with... He's going to go with Chalk. Chalk will hit for Geronimo with a chance to be the hero. On deck is UL Washington. Ochinko the stretch. McCray on second. The pitch. 4-6. That's a 1. They're playing halfway. This could be it. McKay. A 1 is a 2. That's a 3. He goes to Piccolo for 1. The relay to Spencer is a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play turned by Oakland to save Game 2. We're going to the 12th. Wow. What a ball game. All right, so now Quirk will come in to play right field, and he will bat 8th. Ken Brett is the new pitcher for the Royals. 4.22 ERA in 32 innings. He is a left-hander. Quisenberry went 2 innings. Spencer is on. Or is he? Let's take a look and see what Billy's options are. Billy doesn't have many options left. No, he doesn't. So it's going to be Spencer to face Brett, the left-hander. On deck is McKay. Then Mike Heath. Okay, ground ball. Frank White. He throws to Akins, and there's 1 down in the 12th. Now it's McKay. Dave McKay is 0 for 3 with a walk. The pitch is grounded to UL Washington. He's going to make the play to Lee May, and that's 2 down. I misspoke before and said Akins. I meant Lee May. Now it's Heath. His first at bat in the ball game. 2 outs, nobody aboard, facing Brett. That's a 4 on Brett's card. It's a 45 on Heath's card. That makes 49. Hey, struck him out, and that will retire the side in 1-2-3 fashion for Oakland. They are done in the 12th. Bottom of the 12th, it'll be UL Washington, Willie Wilson, and Frank White. If anybody reaches, Brett. Washington is 2 for 4. We're in the bottom of the 12th, and the score is tied 1-1. Pitch to UL from Ochinko. It's a 4 from Ochinko's card. It's a 2 from UL's card. That makes 6. In column 5, you walked him. Not a good start. So Matt Keogh is going to start to throw in a hurry in the Oakland bullpen. Wilson's 0 for 4 with a walk. Infield's going to play halfway up the middle and in at the corners. Ochinko the stretch and the pitch, and Wilson squares to bunt. It's to Ochinko. Ochinko's fielding. Ochinko is a 3 on defense. So we got a 4. 3 plus 1 makes 4. It's a fielder's in, pitcher's always in. So it's going to be a gloved by Ochinko. He's going to turn and throw to Piccolo covering second and retire UL Washington on the fielder's choice. But now Wilson's aboard with 1 out. And he's going. He is going. So Ochinko delivers to White. The steal attempt is safe for Wilson. So Wilson steals second. Second base is now occupied. Wilson, the winning run, is 180 feet away. White is up. Brett is on deck. Then May, if somebody reaches. They're going to leave Ochinko in because Brett's looming in the on-deck circles. So 1 for 3 for White, a sac fly and a walk on his ledger. 1 out, Wilson at second. Ochinko the stretch. And the pitch is a 4-4. That's a 3. That's hit to Piccolo. He's a 3. That makes 6. He's going to throw to Spencer for the out. And Wilson has to hold. So now it's Brett with 2 outs and Wilson at second representing the winning run. Now they could walk him and go after May. And that seems like the prudent choice. So they're going to walk George Brett with first base open and go after Lee May. Now they could go to the right-hander Keogh or stay with Ochinko. And they're going to go with the right-hander Keogh. So Ochinko is done after pitching an inning and a third. And the Athletics are basically out of pitchers. So this is it. Now, Lee May comes to the plate, and there's only one position player left on the Royals bench, and that's Rance Mullenix. Brett didn't play first in 81, so looks like it's up to Lee May. So, Wilson at third, Brett at first, 2 outs, bottom of the 12th. The pitch from, I didn't tell you about Keogh. Keogh in 1981 was 10-6 with a 3.41 ERA, 140 innings. All right, so May at the plate, chance to win it. Willie Wilson with a huge lead off second base. The pitch from Keogh is a 1. That's a 3. From him, it's a 2. From May, that's a 5. Hey, struck him out, and we're going to the 13th. Wow, this is a ball game, friends. This is a ball game. Ken Brett coming on for inning number 2 of work, and the Royals have the bullpen going with oh boy. Jim Wright, a right-hander, and Paul Splittorff, a left-hander. Double-barreled Royals action for Jim Fry as Piccolo comes to the plate. And Brian Doyle. Yeah, Brian Doyle is going to pinch hit for Piccolo. Brian Doyle has never pinch hit for anybody in his whole life, including his grandma. But he's doing it today for Rob Piccolo because he's a left-handed batter. Oh, no, wait, Brett's still on. Never mind. Just kidding. Brett, the lefty, is still in, so they're sticking with Piccolo. The pitch from Brett to Piccolo is a 2 and a 1, and that makes 3 in column 5. Ground ball, George Brett. He's going to fire to Lee May for out number 1. We're in the 13th. It's 1-1. Now it's Henderson against Brett. It's a 5. It's a 4. It's a 5. It's a 16 in column 2 for Henderson. It's a base hit to left field. Ricky's on. And now it's Murphy. So here comes Fry. He wants Splittorff to do the work now, facing Murphy. So Splittorff is on. We're in the top of the 13th. Murphy at the plate. Splittorff in 81. 5-5 with a 436 in 21 starts and 99 innings. So it's Murphy. Then in the on-deck circle is Bosetti, who may or may not bat. And then if anybody reaches, it'll be Armas. Henderson at first, and Ricky ain't staying where he is. So Ricky's going. Splittorff the stretch and the pitch to Murphy, and there goes Ricky. He is a D. That is a plus. And we're going to look at the catcher's defensive rating. That's Grody. Grody's defense is a 2. 3 or better, Ricky steals. He stole it. So now it's Murphy with Henderson at second. And 1 out in the 13th. Pitch to Murphy. So 3 on Splittorff's card. It's a 1 on Murphy's card. That is a strikeout. And a big time to get one, as now Bosetti will come to the plate. And they're going to hit for him. It's going to be Shooty Babbitt. Got to be careful how you say that on YouTube. Shooty Babbitt. Pinch hitting for Bosetti. Shooty, before he wore out his welcome with Billy Martin, hit 256, and of course Bosetti only hit 197. So Splittorff is facing Babbitt, Henderson on second, Armas on deck. Pitch from Splittorff to Babbitt is a 5 on his card. It's a 22. That makes 27 in column 3. Base hit over second base. That's going to score Ricky with the lead run. It's 2-1 Oakland on a pinch single by Shooty Babbitt in the top of the 13th. Armas up now. Gross on deck. Splittorf stays in for Armas. The pitch to Tony is a 3 and a 3, and that's a 6, and that's a strikeout. So Splittorf gets him out of the inning, but not before Oakland scores a run on 2 hits and takes the lead going to the bottom of the 13th. So Matt Keogh is the last option for Oakland, so he's it. And he will face Otis, McCray, and Grody. And you're looking at the only position player left on the bench for Kansas City. That's Rance Mulliniks. So I don't know if I can use him or not. We'll see what happens. Keogh is the last pitcher, so there's no bullpen action to think about. And Otis will face Keogh. Amos is 1 for 5. The pitch is a 4-6. That's a ground ball to Dave McKay, who's going to flip to Jim Spencer for out number 1. Now it's McCray. 0 for 4 with a walk. The pitch, 6. It's a 3 for Keogh. And a 41. That makes 44 in column 6 for McCray. That's a base hit that drops in front of Henderson. Now McCray might push it and go to second base. If I roll a 6, Hal's going to take second. No, he holds. He puts the brakes on and holds. But now Mulliniks is going to run for McCray, which would never happen in real life, but Mulliniks is just a touch faster. And so he's going to run at first base with Grody up. Keogh the stretch, checks Mulliniks, the pitch home to Grody. Quirk is on deck. The pitch is a 7 to Grody. They're halfway. It's grounded to Spencer. Spencer is a 2 that makes 9. He gloves it. He fires to Piccolo covering second. And gets him. Get Mulliniks sliding by a step. So Grody is on first now, and it's Quirk at the plate against Keogh. 2 outs, bottom of the 13th. Oakland 2-1. Tying run at first base, but Quirk is the last chance saloon. Keogh the stretch, and the pitch to Jamie is a 5. That's a 3, and a 1 makes 5 in column 5. Ground ball Piccolo. He's going to go to McKay, and that will end this ball game. Oakland pulls out a 2-1 victory in 13 innings, which is, interestingly, the same score that happened in real life, although it didn't take 13 to do it. The winning pitcher is Matt Keogh. The losing pitcher is Ken Brett. We now go to Oakland for Game 3 that you will see on my YouTube channel tomorrow. The opposing pitchers will be Larry Gura for the Royals and Rick Langford for Oakland. Thank you so much for being with me. This was a great game. 13 innings, Oakland 2, Kansas City 1. So long, everybody.